Hello, Lisa from Epic Yarn Gems here with another yarn review for you today. And the yarn I'm going to be looking at is the Premier Eversoft yarn. It is 270 yards, 5.29 ounces. The knitting needles are US 9, 5.5 millimeter, and the crochet hook recommended is an I hook 5.5 millimeter. This is a 4 medium weight yarn. It can be machine washed and tumble dried. The color that I'm reviewing for you today is thistle. This is the first time that I have bought this yarn, so I'm pretty excited about it. It is made in Turkey and it is 100% acrylic. So a little bit on the feel of this yarn. So before washing, this is very, very soft yarn, which is wonderful for making things for baby, things that you want really soft next to your skin. But I think because it is so soft, it does split. So like the fibers are not super tight, but there is slight splitting, which is a little different than like a Premier everyday yarn, but is definitely a different type of yarn. So just know that going into your projects, and it is, like I said, very soft. It does have a slight split factor. So you also have, if you have also seen some of my other yarn reviews, I like to see what the yarns look like before and after the wash, simply because your projects are never going to stay as before the wash. Eventually, they're going to be washed, and it's really nice to know what this yarn does when you follow the instructions for the washing and drying. The first thing I do is I take measurements of what the yarn does or what the yarn is before and after the wash. This shows if there's going to be a lot of shrinkage or not. So in this one, there actually was a shrinkage on it that I was a little surprised by, but it's not a ton. It's like an eighth of an inch. And if you can um, just kind of play and pull the yarn a little bit, it does get closer back to the original size. So I don't think it's technically the fibers that are making it shrink a little bit, but maybe just how it gets dried. Um, I am changing the lighting on my videos a little bit, so the colors are a little off, but it is the exact same yarn, and it is super soft before the wash and it stayed super soft after the wash. The next thing I like to look at are the actual fibers, so I like to take a close up of those and show you what they look like before and after. And they are pretty much identical. There was just a little teeny bit of fuzz before and the same after. There's not a lot of change in the composition of the fiber. And like I said, if you are looking for a super soft yarn, this is definitely one that I would recommend. It's also got a little like sheen to it, so it's I don't know what the best word to describe it is the only thing I can think of is it's a little sleek and slippery a little bit. So I would put it more like in a category of maybe a Caron Simply Soft if you've ever used that yarn. But this yarn seems to be a little thicker, so it's a little easier to work with. The retail price of this yarn on the Premier Yarn site is $3.79, which equals about 1.4 cents per yard. That is a mid range pricing that I've seen. I probably at some point should tell you my ranges of what I put in low, mid high, and high priced yarns. But this is actually, like I said, right around the mid range, a little lower mid range. But I have not seen it elsewhere, so I have had to order it from their site. But it is reasonably priced. In summary, I would definitely use this yarn again. It is super duper soft, really like that. There is slight shrinkage to it, but not a lot. It is a mid-range price yarn, and like I said, it feels super duper soft. I am not affiliated with Premier Yarns or any yarns. These are just my opinions of these yarns. They are not sponsored or paid for. They are my honest opinions, so take them as such. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for supporting Epic Yarn Gems. As always, peace, love, and happiness to you all. Take care.